And welcome to my knife channel. Well, here's just a few of the Rough Riders I got in. I went a little pandemic purchasing and decided to get a bunch of Rough Riders. They're fairly inexpensive. They come in different kind of boxes. Like the earlier ones come in these just regular boxes. It'll list the model number on it. But that's about it. I'll give you a little history of Rough Ryder on the side. This one is a little peanut and white smooth bone. A little pin blade there. And a regular size drop point, clip point. Nice little size. What I do, because these boxes take up so much space, what I do is I put them in some heavy Ziploc type of bags. These are 3x5, 4mm. And you can put a couple of knives in there. You can still see them, but they don't scrape each other up and everything like that. So that's what I'm going to do with these. I just wanted to show you the boxes they came in. And what I'm doing is, I like the different patterns and styles. So sometimes if I like white smooth bone, I'll collect as many as I can of white smooth bone of those. And yeah, these knives are made in China, but they're fairly well made for their price. Most of them are under $20. Most of them are 15, 9, whatever. Like this guy right here, I think I only paid like $13 for it. But it's a marlin spike type of knife. As far as the history of Rough Riders and the different styles and everything, I would recommend going to Tobias Gibson's channel. I'll link it down in the description, but he's been collecting knives for many years. I've been collecting knives on and off, but not until recently have I been getting into the Rough Ryder series, which I really like. So I got that one. It's really cool. What I had noticed about these, I've seen it after watching videos, but I figured it out on my own. The first time I went in this, I pushed this and went, man, this thing's hard to come back, and I actually was able to break the tension. But they're designed so that this little bail lifts up. It's kind of like an extra lock, it drops in there. That was pretty cool. But yeah, these are cool knives. Nice little sheep's foot there. Pretty cool. Like I said, I'll try to collect the different patterns. This is the amber jig bone and stuff. I didn't have anything in amber jig bone, and I didn't have, they call this a copperhead, where two blades come out the same end there. This is a nice drop point on this one. And this one right here. There's no half stop on this one, but it's pretty solid. This is more like the traditional knife I was used to when I was a kid, although I wasn't used to like both of them coming out that side. Alright, so they come out with a different series called Artisan Wood. Now the later ones are going to spell it Rough Ryder with a Y in there. And it's got these magnetic boxes, seems to be on like most of them. This is just a little lock bag. Comes in this foam insert. See, it takes up a lot of real estate. They're nice. They're nice to display if you've only got like one or two knives. I mean, it's a good way to store them and everything, but you can't see them when they're in there. That's why I said I like to go with the plastic bag. Now this is burl wood, or what they call artisan wood, and it's very nicely done. There's only like some minor imperfections, but that is from the wood itself. You can see like right in there that's just like a little chunk of wood. This one has no half stop, opens up pretty easily, but it's got a nice back lock to it. And pretty good little size knife there. As Sorry I don't have the measurements and all that stuff up, but and that was the artisan wood lockback. Let's see what model number he is. 1967. Alright, another one that I picked up from them that I didn't have any of the series or style of was a regular Barlow and this buckshot bone. Now this stuff is this is a very cool knife. It has this like frost etching on it and everything, which I can take her or leave it, you know, but it's on a matte finish and everything on the back. Fairly nicely done. Red liners on the covers here, and the buckshot really feels good in the hand. The swell in the palm makes it feel good, and I like the kind of like spear point blade it's got there. Just a really nice, decent little knife that I'm going to be getting more of this buckshot pattern, especially like the canoe. There's a nice half stop on it. Nice little walk and talk on this sucker. Yep, very nice knife. Alright, so let's see what we got here in this other one. This is the 198. This box doesn't want to cooperate. Oh yeah, this is a Barlow. Now they call this a teardrop jack, and this one a Barlow. Usually I think because of the bolsters a little further back here and everything. The first blade is fairly easy to get to, this little pin blade. And I like the bone, the different colored finish on this bone here, the way they did it. I really like that. My original white bone knife, the first two that I had, I dyed the scales on them. I dyed one red and the other one blue. And I really like the way they came out, but I'm going to leave these in the white bone, you know, configuration. This is another good, very good, you know, like user type of knife. We'll set that guy right there. We'll pull out another. This Outdoorsman series I was mainly going after, I love the finish on this. It's either orange or tobacco bone, but I really love the finish on this. The color, the way it fades from orange to like a cream color. This is just a trapper, and very nice knife. And it has a stay blade on the end here. I was reading one forum and a guy was saying, why do they call it a spay blade when it's on a trapper? What are they going to do? Neuter the animal that they get? But no, it's actually, this blade is very useful for a lot of things, and besides not puncturing animal when you're skinning or using it on a hide, you won't poke holes in the hide where you would with a pointed knife. And if you're skinning an animal for its hide, then you care about holes in it and stuff like that. So it's a pretty useful little knife, and I love this, like I said, tobacco bone type of pattern. So I went after another Outdoorsman, and I thought, you know, since they're all like this, all the Outdoorsmen should be like that color. And then for the most part they are. This is a smaller trapper, but one blade is locking. So this blade right here comes out real easy. The pull is real easy. There's no half stop, but that's because you've got a locking blade here. It's not super strong locking, but you know, it's strong enough. It's more than you would get with just a spring there. And the other blade is non-locking, doesn't have a half stop, but it's also a spay blade. Just a little bit smaller than the other one, but not by much. Alright, so we'll put that up here. Now this next one here, I think you can see it there, the toad sticker, is just a fun knife. It's just really, I don't know how useful it is, but it's just so much fun to pull it out and just to see that huge, I mean, you got some reach with this sucker here. I would think like if you had chunks of cheese or something. You know, you could eat your hors d'oeuvres, but you just got to watch out because it is sharp, just like all of these. They come out of the box pretty damn sharp. That one also reminds me of an original knife I've got, a saber made in Japan that I got when I was a kid, and my mom took it away from me. I've still got the knife, but she took it away from me because she thought it was too long or too big. Alright, we've got another Outdoorsman series here. This is the 787, and I think this is the Stockman or Sowbelly. Anyways, it's got a curve to it and everything. Now you notice how it's still the same Outdoorsman series, but now it's getting a lot darker brown. There's a little bit of the orange back here, but it has more of a wood grain type of pattern on one side. And you have the regular clip point blade there, like the main blade. And then you've got a nice little sheep's foot or Warncliffe. I don't know if that's sheep's foot or Warncliffe is straight, but anyway. And then you've got a little spay blade again. This is another very cool knife. Great size also. Alright. So I just got this one in today. It's a tailgate trapper. Again in the magnetic box. And I was going after the tobacco bone finish, which pretty much matches a lot of this. This is not, none of these are really called tobacco bone, I don't think, but anyways, I love the style of this one, and it has a very it's got that tailgate trapper with that matte finish behind it. 2 pulls, so you can grab it from either side to open it. The second one is like a fingernail grabber. You got to get it pretty good, but it's got a nice bottle lifter and a little screwdriver. Probably not a. There'll always be bottles and stuff, you know, but they're kind of going away with aluminum cans. But like I said, I like that. I like that color of it. So we'll put the toad sticker up here. We'll put this guy like that. Alright. Now, here's another series, Brown Stag Bone, that I'm going to start collecting because I really, really like the look and feel of this one. Just like on that buckshot bone, it gives you some, besides looking good, it gives you some texture on it. This is the Warncliffe. They're currently sold out at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, but it's got a very nice finish to this brown stag bone, and it's got a nice little shield to it. It feels a little bit small in the hand, but you have a small blade, and that kind of like, it doesn't take up a lot of real estate in your pocket, and it also reminds you, you've got a small blade, you know, so you're not going to go crazy with the task. Your hands are just going to know, hey, I could do more if I had my palm filled up. Well, use one of these, you know, and if you need a thicker blade or a wider blade with more belly, there you go, you know. So but if you keep it within its limits, man, I love a Warncliffe. This is like a classic Warncliffe, nice swage on it and everything. I haven't found any cracked bolsters. The only thing I've noticed, I'll show you on the next knife, is and this one's an older style. You can see it says Rough Ryder, and it comes in the older style box, but it has a nice little nylon heavy sheath on here, nylon or Cordura or whatever, and it's just a huge white bone lockback. Very smooth pull on it. I didn't even need the nail neck. It comes out. This is the only thing that I've noticed on this one, is the back is fairly far back from there, from that spacer. I mean you can see daylight through it, but everything else on it is perfect. Now inside here, I don't know if you can see it, but there's some fairly sharp edges. So when you grab it, you kind of feel it bite into your hand. All I'm going to do is take a little file and just hit the edges, just give it a little contour on each side right here, and that'll take care of that. That'll fix that up. But really, for the price that you can get these knives for, and the amount of knife that you're getting, I mean, it's really amazing. The quality and the amount of knife that you're getting and stuff. So again, that's another one that I'm going to leave in the white bone configuration. And I think we're out of my crazy purchasing pandemic spree. But like I said, this is the way I tend to store them. After that, if you're in a moist environment, you might want to drop a bag of desiccant in there or something for long-term storage. But this just gives me easy access. It keeps them from banging around into each other. You can stack them on one another, and you can see them. You can actually see them and access them. So I have boxes like this sitting beside me, and in my chair I could just reach over and what one do I want to open this letter with, or what do I want to prepare, cut open an apple with or something, slice an apple or peel potatoes, just great little knives. And they're not really expensive to purchase, and if you get them from Smoky Mountain Knife Works, they have a lifetime guarantee on them. So if you get one, and say for example, I didn't get this from Smoky Mountain Knife Works because they didn't have it in stock, so I went to an eBay seller. But if I didn't like this, I could return it. And sometimes they don't even want you to return it. They just send you another knife. I mean, it depends on how much the knife costs and stuff, but as long as you contact them and everything, let them know that you're not happy with it, they'll make good on it. I've never gone through that process because I've never run into one that I would want to just get rid of. So anyways, thank you for looking through this, all these little knives that I've just acquired with me, and have a nice day.